Hey guys, welcome back to the shop. So next up is my turning corner, which quite frankly has become more of my catch-all corner because I'm not doing as much turning as I would like to do. As we all know, one of the reasons you don't do something enough is because sometimes it's not easy or the workplace isn't as inviting as it could be. So I'm going to do something to improve that. Probably take me a couple of days. And I'll walk you through everything that I'm doing along the way and show you what's going on. Let's start with this cabinet up here. I'm going to pull you in closer and we'll talk about this cabinet. Okay, so this cabinet, for starters, doesn't clear my light, so that's not helpful. And frankly, it doesn't clear this one either. And what's worse is I'm really not getting any use out of it. I have some shim material up there, a little bit of sanding paper, a little bit of finish and wax. This is a total waste of space. So as much as I like the way this cabinet looks up there, this is coming off the wall. We'll probably come up with some sort of a tool rack to go on this wall or something along those lines. So next, let's talk about dust collection. So as far as dust collection goes, I currently have this mullet unit on the wall, and I have it hooked off of this 2-inch hose. And to say it's woefully undersized is putting it mildly. The only time I've really used this over here is with some light sanding or something along those lines. So we're going to upgrade this as well. It was always my intention to come off a 4-inch drop to put dust collection here at the lathe. And Mullet Tools has just recently come out with the 4-inch stuff. I have it, it's on hand, and we're gonna put it in over here. Now, this is not sponsored by Mullet in any way, shape, or form. I bought all these parts, so I will give you an honest answer or review of what I think about it. But that is definitely on the list. This second drop that was here was always intended to be for a cleanup hose, and I have that here as well. So both of those things are going in. This cabinet's getting replaced, and the organization is just going to get way better. I need to start by getting everything off of this wall and getting it out of the way. Okay, so I really didn't have any hard set plans when I set out to do this, and as you'll see in a minute, the dust collection on the wall really played havoc on a tool wall, which I kind of wanted back there. So for now, I've created this prototype and put it here. I borrowed a little bit of this from Jay Bates, but I've mounted it to the cabinet, but I use threaded inserts in the cabinet. So when this whole thing gets put away and I'm not turning, I just unscrew that from the cabinet and it will sit behind those cabinets when it's not in use. So this shot is more for a view of the dust collection than it is that little shelf. I'll talk about that little shelf here more in just a minute. But you can see this mullet setup really chewed up a lot of space on this wall, and ultimately probably got it a little too close to the lathe. So I have some more parts on order from Mullet to see if I can revamp this a little bit and clean things up and make it a little more user friendly at the lathe. So again, when I get out of the prototype stage, after I drive this for a while, I'll have a better handle on what I'm actually going to do there. So this is a closer view of this little shelf. Again, it's just another prototype, but I wanted something that hid the cords at least a little bit. Obviously, you can't hide them all, but there were a lot of things about my calipers being on the wall that I did like. They were easy to grab, and some of my quick finishes and a couple of the lathe tools go here as well. The last thing I did over here was go ahead and mount my GoPro up here. I don't know that I'm ready to film myself turning yet, but that time will come. So I went ahead and mounted it. Okay, so don't judge my turning too harshly. This is an easy tools. I was just looking to hog some material off of this blank to make some big chips and see how the dust collector reacted. Obviously, it's not picking up a lot of the big chips, or hardly any, but that's pretty much what I expected. Then I flipped over and ran the lathe in reverse to do some sanding. And I will say that the machine, or the dust collection, did a wonderful job of pulling that dust away from where I was sanding. I could actually feel that on the back of my hand. Not like it was going to pull it in, but I could definitely feel it. So it did a nice job. This shot is from the onboard GoPro. And again, just a different view of, it doesn't do a great job at picking up the big chips. I still have some on the deck. But once again, it did a super nice job of pulling this dust off of when I was sanding. Now, I was running the lathe in reverse, sanding, just some 150 grit, but there was no dust in the air at all. And since I made a mess, it was a good time to test out the cleanup hose, and it did great. I can see that I'm going to want a floor sweep for it, because that'll make that go faster. But yeah, that acted as it should. Okay, guys, so there you go. That's going to wrap it up for this one. The dust collection is working, and it actually works pretty well. I'm not a fan of how it runs on the wall, so more to come on that. And the rest of this stuff is just prototypes, so I'm going to actually drive this for a while and see how I like everything and make tweaks. And when I'm finally happy with everything, I'll come back and make nice versions of these prototypes. So like I said, that's going to wrap it up for this one, guys, and until next time, take care.
Thanks for watching my YouTube video.